Hello and welcome veg heads to Vegan Utopia. This is episode 1 of many to come cooking shows for vegan recipes and vegan culture. Unfortunately, it's not enough people doing this, and this is a health message that at this point will go out to everyone because we will be broadcast live on YouTube. So what I have prepared for you first will be asparagus pesto pasta with mushrooms and sun-dried tomatoes, along with garlic bread and salad. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to start with will be our sauce. Actually, we're going to make it from scratch. The reason why is because when you buy pesto in a store, it usually has Parmesan in it. So if you're vegetarian, that's fine, but for vegan cooking, it's actually not going to work. So, I mean, I encourage you, if you want to buy the store-bought brand, that's fine, but making it from home is not really hard at all. In order to make pesto, the first thing you need is basil. You need pine nuts, and I like to throw in Italian parsley, and I also want to add some minced garlic. Minced garlic is my favorite because the job is done for you already and it has all the juices. I'm a garlic girl, so if you find in this episode I'm over garlicking, just go ahead and leave that out. This will not be a measurement show, it will be to taste. So just taste it and see how you feel and see how much you need to add, and then by looking at how much I'm putting in here, you'll be able to tell how much you want to put for yourself. So this is just encouragement for all people who are vegetarian and who eat meat to know that you can have a healthy, hearty meal that doesn't necessarily have to have meat in it, and you can get a lot of nutrients out of the meal without having meat also. So let's get started. So this is my food processor. I will be adding my basil in here. Along with my parsley, my pine nuts, and a little bit of garlic. And I will be grabbing some olive oil right now. Now I'm going to put this on the dough setting, and I'm going to have to do this a few times so it can get the nice consistency that we're looking for. So here we go. So through the power of editing, I have finished the pesto sauce. This blended for probably about 3 minutes or so. I did add a little olive oil as I saw fit for it to be added. We didn't add salt and pepper, and the reason why is because this dish has a lot of components, so it is going to have a lot of natural things that are going to come out in the middle of the recipe, and we can add salt and pepper as we go. So at this point, we're going to move over to cooking the asparagus with the mushrooms and the onions, red onions, as well as we're going to fry some pre-made noodles that I've already boiled. So if you move over to me with the stove, these are the noodles that I've already made, but I'm actually going to take them out and fry them. I did not cook them all the way through, but they're mostly cooked through, and the reason why is because I'm going to put them in the pan with some olive oil, some garlic, and a little soy sauce just to give them a little extra flavor so we can have them aside. So first, I'm going to move this out my way in the corner here. Now first thing we're going to do is we're going to start our asparagus. We can cook that at the same time while we're going to cook our noodles. So right now I'm just heating up my oil for my asparagus, which I'm going to jump in. Now these were whole asparagus that I chopped up, and the reason being is because it's going into the meal as, just part of the pasta. So I didn't want whole pieces in there. And I'm going to add some red onions to this. They're going to cook right along with each other. Now as I'm doing that, I'm also going to come over here now and I'm going to start my noodles. Now I usually like to use stir fry oil, which actually helps a lot bring out the flavor in your noodles. You don't need too much oil at all with these because you don't want them to be really oily. Let's get everything mixed up in there good. So I'm going to add a little salt to these. And one ingredient that I love to cook with is very overpowering, so be careful with how much you add, is lemon pepper. Now one other thing that I really love with my asparagus is rosemary, so I'm going to grab some of that over at the salad station. Now, I like fresh rosemary. It brings out a lot of good flavors in your food, and you just pick it right off of the little vine it's on. Just add it right in. So along with your pasta, you're going to be tasting some nice big pieces of rosemary. They're going to cook down really good, and it's going to flavor this recipe up really well. So I'll let that sit for a minute. Now I'm going to get over to this oil cooking for these noodles. Just going to snatch them up. Actually, I'm going to add garlic first. And let the garlic kind of get in there and simmer up a little bit. So these are just going to be garlic noodles, a little bit of soy sauce, and I'm going to take them out separately. I'm really not the type of person who likes to mix my sauce with my noodles. I actually like to pour my sauce on top of my noodles to control how much I'm getting. But if you like to mix it all in at the end, that's perfectly fine. I also find that as you're heating things back up, it makes things, you know, it gives you the flavor power that you want, so you don't lose it. Just want to stir this up a little bit. Now I have mushrooms that I want to add to this, but I'm making this a little special for some because they don't eat mushrooms, and I'm going to snatch some of this out. Now usually I would have thrown the mushrooms in here also. I'm also one who doesn't cook my vegetables to be soft. They have more nutrient value when they are actually have a little crunch to them still. A little bit of soy sauce over here. I actually added more than I wanted to, but I'll make up for that in the next batch. I won't put as much